Ryan to root for Claressa. I really am. I ain't gonna lie. I got a little bothered when her cousin did an interview. Now, yeah, I allowed the interview because I'm messy. I'm a messy bitch like that. You feel me? I can't help who I am. But I did feel just a little bit sorry for Claressa when her cousin Shalita came on my platform and literally, I said, what are people saying that you dragging her down?
0:30 seconds. What if everything you defended was never loyalty at all? According to Tasha K, this was never about rumors. This was about receipts that took weeks to verify. 0:38 seconds quietly off camera, off music, timelines away from the noise. She says the truth didn't come all at once. It came in fragments, overlapping dates. 0:46 seconds that didn't line up, the same voice notes sent to different women. The same excuses recycled, just delivered to new inboxes. Music, and while Claressa's 0:54 seconds shield stood publicly confident, posting strength, posting love, posting music belief, privately, the foundation was already cracking. Tasha K claims people 1:031 3 seconds tried to warn her more than music once. But Claressa was in love mode, trust mode, defending loyalty that didn't actually exist. Because according 1:111 11 seconds to what was uncovered, Papoose wasn't juggling one secret situation. He was managing a system. 5 women, 5 music roles, 1 for emotional 1:201 20 second support, 1 kept quiet, 1 from the past that never really ended, 1 recent, and 1 held as a future option. 1:271 27 seconds. This wasn't chaos, it was structure. And Claressa, whether she knew it or not, was standing inside something that was never designed to protect her. The 1:351 35 seconds moment, music that shattered everything, didn't happen online. It happened quietly on Christmas. The day she believed was theirs was already booked. 1:431 43 seconds. That's when the collapse began. Not in tears, not on camera, but in realization. Because when love turns out to be multitasking, the real music 1:501 50 seconds question isn't who lied first. It's who stays once the truth is no longer deniable. 1:551 55 seconds.
But on this Christmas with him, this very special Christmas with him, yeah. Apparently, Claressa spent Christmas alone in the Louis Vuitton store, racking up about $30,000 in bills this Christmas. Okay, Papoose was with his family.
Tasha K didn't open the story with drama. She opened it with certainty. Music, this 2:292 29 seconds is rumors, she said. These are receipts. And that distinction mattered because according to her, this wasn't something she reacted to overnight. 2:362 36 seconds, music. This was something she sat with, verified quietly, cross-checked without noise. Names were confirmed, timelines 2:432 43 seconds were compared, patterns were tested, and when everything finally lined up, what came into focus wasn't just a messy relationship. It was something far more. 2:512 51 seconds calculated. She claimed multiple people tried to warn Claressa Shields long before the public ever noticed anything was wrong. Not aggressively, not 3:003 minutes publicly, just quiet conversations, subtle nudges, questions that didn't quite add up. But Claressa, according to Tasha, was in love mode. And love mode 3:093 9 seconds has a way of turning red flags into background noise. Music, she trusted the loyalty she was being shown. She trusted the reassurance. She trusted the 3:173 17 seconds version of a story that made her feel chosen. What she didn't realize, at least not yet, was that loyalty wasn't being broken in one place. It was being 3:243 24 seconds divided across several. The first bomb 5, not 1. Tasha K's first major claim changed the entire scope of the 3:3 minutes, 31 second situation. This wasn't about one extra woman. Music, it wasn't about one mistake. It wasn't even about one secret relationship. According to what she 3:3 minutes, 39 seconds uncovered, Papoose was simultaneously involved with 5 different women, each occupying a different lane in his life. 3:4 minutes, 45 seconds. One was positioned as emotional support. Music, someone he leaned on, confided in, checked in with consistently. 3:5 minutes, 52 seconds. Another was a quiet relationship. Music, low-key off social media, kept intentionally out of sight. There was also a long-term past situation that 4:4 minutes never truly ended. History that lingered, comfort that remained accessible. Then came a recent hookup, short-term, impulsive but still music, 4:074 minutes, 7 seconds active. And finally, there was one more woman described as a future option. 4:124 minutes, 12 seconds. Someone kept close enough to remain available, but distant enough to stay undefined. Music, Tasha K didn't frame this as chaos. She framed it as design. 4:204 minutes, 20 seconds. He wasn't in a relationship. She said he was running a system. And in that system, every woman served a different purpose. Receipts without showing 4:284 minutes, 28 seconds receipts. Music, what made the story harder to dismiss wasn't flashy screenshots or leaked images. It was the way the details overlapped. Tasha described timelines that collided 4:364 minutes, 36 seconds instead of flowing cleanly. Music, travel dates that didn't make sense when compared side by side. Voice notes that carried the same tone, the same phrasing. 4:444 minutes, 44 seconds sent to different women. The excuses were familiar, almost music scripted. 4:494 minutes, 49 seconds. Work obligations, family responsibilities, scheduling conflicts. 4:534 minutes, 53 seconds. Music. Only the recipients changed again and again. The same patterns repeated. And the more music those patterns emerged, the clearer one thing 5:005 minutes became. The loyalty Claressa was publicly defending looked very different behind the scenes. Publicly, Claressa's shields looked composed. She posted confidently. She showed strength. 5:115 minutes, 11 seconds. Music. She appeared unbothered. But according to Tasha K privately, it was not that simple. Music. She claimed Claressa had already seen some messages. 5:185 minutes, 18 seconds. Not everything, but enough to raise questions. Music. And instead of confronting the situation directly, Claressa reportedly searched for context. Music. Explanations. Alternate 5:275 minutes, 27 seconds. Meanings. She tried to convince herself that what she was seeing didn't apply to her, that she was different, that her place in his life was secure, which led 5:355 minutes, 35 seconds. A narrative to a question no one wanted to ask out loud. Was Claressa the main woman, or just the most visible one? 5:415 minutes, 41 seconds.
So I felt sorry for Claressa when she was in there blowing a bag, 30,000, and then she had to take the bag to Papoose and acted as if Papoose gave her the bag.
You give me nothing from Louis for real. I don't know why you did that, but you didn't. You didn't have to.
It's Christmas.
You didn't have to give me.
6:056 minutes, 5 seconds. Its moment mattered because to Tasha K, it wasn't about a bag. It was about behavior. The hesitation, the slip, the performance layered over reality. 6:156 minutes, 15 seconds. Music. Small moments often reveal what big statements try to hide. According to Tasha K, the real turning point didn't happen during an argument. Music. It's 6:236 minutes, 23 seconds. Didn't happen online. It didn't happen publicly at all. It happened on Christmas. She claimed Claressa spent that day alone. The explanation she was given was simple. Family obligations. 6:346 minutes, 34 seconds, but the reality, according to the expose, was far more painful. Papoose wasn't unavailable. He wasn't isolated. He was with Remy Ma and his daughter. 6:4 26 minutes, 42 seconds, and that distinction changed everything. 6:4 46 minutes, 44 seconds. Tasha K put it bluntly. The day Claressa thought was our holiday was already booked. What made it worse wasn't just the lie. It was the framing. Claressa 6:5 36 minutes, 53 seconds was told family comes first. Yet, she was never truly included in the family circle. Music. While this was unfolding privately, the public narrative told a 7:0 17 minutes, 1 second different story. Claressa continued posting couple content, throwbacks, supportive captions. Music, from the outside, it looked unified, stable, 7:107 minutes, 10 seconds secure. But according to Tasha K, behind the music scenes, the energy didn't match. He was emotionally distant. 7:167 minutes, 16 seconds. Future plans were vague. Decisions were made without her input. As the story framed it, she was creating girlfriend content. He was building an exit. 7:257 minutes, 25 second strategy. When the title says Claressa collapses, Tasha K was clear. This wasn't physical. There were no public tears, music, no breakdown video, no 7:337 minutes, 33 seconds dramatic moment caught on camera. This was quieter than that. It was the collapse of trust. Music, the collapse of certainty, the collapse of the version of reality she had been. 7:4 27 minutes, 42 seconds offending. This wasn't a crying collapse. Tasha K, music said it was a realization collapse. And those are harder to recover from. Tasha K made one 7:507 minutes, 50 seconds thing very clear. She wasn't trying to turn Claressa into a villain. She wasn't attacking her strength. Music, she wasn't questioning her worth. She said 7:587 minutes, 58 seconds. She was exposing a system. A pattern where powerful men juggle emotional access across multiple women while presenting a single controlled image to 8:068 minutes, 6 seconds the public. Claressa isn't weak. She said she was misinformed. Music, as the story spread. Papoose didn't erupt. 8:138 minutes, 13 seconds. There were no lengthy denials. Music, no detailed breakdowns, just short statements, minimal engagement. And to Tasha K, that silence wasn't accidental. 8:228 minutes, 22 seconds. When receipts are real, she music said silence is strategy. If 5 women were involved, if Christmas was a lie, if the 8:298 minutes, 29 second system was real, then the story no longer belongs to gossip. It becomes a decision because the real collapse isn't public. Music, it's the moment Claressa 8:378 minutes, 37 seconds decides whether to walk away or stay inside the chaos. By the time the story reached this point, one thing became impossible to ignore. Nothing was being denied. Nothing was being clarified. 8:478 minutes, 47 seconds. Music, nothing was being explained. And in situations like this, silence doesn't mean confusion. It means calculation. 8:548 minutes, 54 seconds. According to Tasha K, what unfolded next was not emotional chaos. It was strategic restraint. Music, while the public debated timelines, receipts, and 9:029 minutes, 2 seconds. Christmas lies. The central figure at the heart of the storm did something very deliberate. He slowed everything down. Music, no long statements, no 9:109 minutes, 10 seconds interviews, no emotional appeals, just enough presence to remind people he was watching, and just enough distance to avoid saying anything that could be 9:189 minutes, 18 second challenge later. Tasha K interpreted this not as fear, but as experience, because when someone has managed multiple narratives at once, they 9:269 minutes, 26 seconds already know the most dangerous thing they can do is talk too much. The system becomes visible. This was no longer about whether multiple women existed. It 9:349 minutes, 34 seconds was about how long the system had been running. According to what Tasha K described, Each woman existed in a different emotional lane, and none of 9:4 minutes, 41 seconds were meant to collide. Overlapping dates weren't accidents. They were music-scheduled risks. Travel timing wasn't random. It was staggered 9:4 minutes, 48 seconds intentionally. The structure only worked as long as every woman believed she had a unique role. Music, Claressa's role, according to the narrative, wasn't 9:5 minutes, 56 seconds secrecy. It was visibility. She was the loudest presence, the most publicly defended, the one whose strength and confidence made the entire situation 10:04 minutes for seconds look stable from the outside. And that music mattered because as long as she appeared solid, the system stayed protected. When love turns into defense, 10:12 minutes, 12 seconds, Tasha K suggested something darker beneath the surface. She claimed Claressa didn't just trust blindly, she actively defended the trust. When 10:20 minutes, 20 seconds questions surfaced, she, music, contextualized them. When inconsistencies appeared, she reframed them. When timelines clashed, she told 10:28 minutes, 28 seconds herself there was a reasonable explanation she just hadn't seen yet. 10:32 minutes, 32 seconds. This wasn't weakness. This was emotional investment colliding with cognitive dissonance. Because admitting the truth would mean admitting something far more. 10:39 minutes, 39 seconds painful. That loyalty was never exclusive. Music. And once that realization begins, everything else starts to unravel. The moment, music, 10:46 minutes, 46 seconds that shifted the power. Midway through the story, Tasha K returned to a moment that on the surface, music, looked insignificant. A comment, a pause, a 10:55 minutes, 55 seconds slip. But small moments don't need to be allowed to be revealing. They just need to be honest.
LV store on Christmas because she couldn't attend the family gatherings, even though she says she's family. And she says that Papoose is divorcing Remy, even though the last time I saw, I don't know if things are being done, is that Remy withdrew from that divorce.
This wasn't gossip. 11:16 minutes, 16 seconds. Music, this was pressure. Because if divorce wasn't moving forward, then nothing was actually being cleared. No clean exits, no clean starts. Just 11:25 minutes, 25 seconds, people suspended in emotional limbo. Why the divorce mattered. Music, according to Tasha K, the divorce narrative wasn't about legality. It was about leverage. 11:33 minutes, 33 seconds. As long as things remained unresolved, power stayed exactly where it was. No finality meant no accountability. No paperwork meant no public closure. And 11:42 minutes, 42 seconds for someone running multiple emotional lanes. Unresolved status was an advantage because it kept everyone guessing. It kept options open. It kept 11:50 minutes, 50 seconds stories flexible. Music, it kept reactions delayed. And in that uncertainty, Claressa was left holding the emotional weight of a situation she 11:57 minutes, 57 seconds didn't fully control. Public confidence, private pressure. Music, outwardly, Claressa still appeared composed. No breakdown posts, no 12:05 minutes, 5 seconds accusations, no emotional rants. But Tasha K claimed the internal pressure was intensifying. She described a woman torn between what she felt, music, and what she had already defended publicly. 12:12 minutes, 16 seconds, because once you defend a narrative loudly, walking it back becomes humiliating. And humiliation more than heartbreak is what keeps people silent. 12:12 minutes, 24 seconds longer than they should be. The cost of being the strong one. Tasha K highlighted a pattern she said appears often in situations like this. The 12:12 minutes, 31 seconds strongest woman in the room is often expected to absorb the most damage quietly. No one rushes to protect her. 12:37 minutes, 37 seconds. No one assumes she's confused. No one checks on her certainty. They assume she's fine. But strength doesn't stop realization from hurting. It just delays 12 minutes, 45 seconds when you allow it to show. Silence as a weapon. As the allegations spread, the lack of response became louder than any denial could have been. No detailed 12 minutes, 54 seconds rebuttal, no timeline corrections, music, no evidence presented to counter the claims. According to Tasha K., this wasn't accidental. When receipts are 13:0213 minutes, 2 seconds real, she said, music silence becomes strategy because every word spoken can be examined. Every sentence can be replayed. Silence leaves nothing to 13:1113 minutes, 11 seconds dissect. The story turns inward, not to music, the women, not to the rumors, but to the choice. Claressa Shields, according to this narrative, stood at a 13:2013 minutes, 20 seconds psychological crossroads. One path required her to walk away publicly, decisively, permanently. Music, the other required her to stay quietly, 13:2813 minutes, 28 seconds cautiously, within a structure she now understood. Neither path was easy. Both came with consequences, and neither could be postponed forever. Because once 13:3613 minutes, 36 seconds a system is seen, it can never be unseen. Music, this story is no longer about exposure. It's about timing, about when silence ends, about when decisions 13:4513 minutes, 45 seconds are made, about when strength stops being performative and becomes self-protective. Music, and the most dangerous moment hasn't happened yet because the real collapse isn't loud.